So I was scrolling on Twitter and I just saw a 30-second clip of a song with Busta Rhymes and Leray. I am so serious when I say I think it may have been the worst thing I've heard in a long time. I'm not sure if producers were on a strike as well as the writers, but that beat, whoever made that shit had to have been trolling, bro. Like, for real. And you know what? It's been a minute since I've hated on something. I need to get this out of my system. Since I'm just such a hater, I'm gonna let that side of me take over today, for real. I don't think Leray asked for runbacks when she recorded this song because it deadass sounds like she messes up certain lines, but she just keeps fucking going. And my dear lord, Busta Rhymes slander is so not tolerated, like even remotely on this channel, but this is the only time I'll allow it. Busta Rhymes actually sucks so bad on this song, like not even the OG himself could save this record. It's literally the most brain dead dribble I've heard the entire year. I'm very disappointed in bro for even being a part of this mess because god damn it, you're guilty by association. I think Learay's descent into becoming one of the worst artists I've ever heard's journey really needs to be studied because at one point, this may shock you, I was seriously a Leray fan. Yeah, like dead ass. I remember before COVID, wow, what a decent time. This was 2019, I wanna say. I got this music video from Leray in my recommended and it was called Mops. It featured Money Mar. I clicked on it because I was like, oh, this is the girl that dated Trippie Redd or something like that. And I was genuinely surprised, like the song is really not that bad. It's not that good skill-wise, but I was surprised at how she was able to kind of fit herself in on this beat. Like it still gets played today. I still occasionally listen to the song. It made me a fan. So in 2019, I started keeping up with Leray. It's funny because about exactly a year later, she drops this album named Now or Never, I think. And the album was genuinely great. Like Slide featuring Gunna, Fuckboy, like those songs are really, really good songs that I heavily enjoy. Like I'll still listen to them today. So at this point, I'm like, okay, Leray is actually fire. Unfortunately, this is the last body of work from Leray I enjoyed. Now, the weird thing about Leray is that like, she's not the absolute worst female artist on earth, like nowhere near, right? She still has some decent songs that have come out recently, but god damn is she close. Now I say this because she's able to make hits, like really, really good songs, and then she goes and makes the worst shit I've ever heard in my life. I don't know how to really explain it, but it's like she has the skill, but chooses not to use it whenever she's making music. You know, it's strange because if you did no research, you might think she's really popular because she somehow manages to still be talked about today. Maybe, yeah, but not for her music. I mean, she's had songs go viral, yes, but I think that's because she's more known for her personality rather than the music she makes. Like, she's not famous for being an artist. If you've been subscribed to me for a minute, which you should do if you haven't yet, you know, I hate talking about Billboard and numbers because all that shit is what made hip hop become a watered down popularity contest. But Leray has never really done that well in that regard. Like, she sold 10K first week on this last project, man. That's not good. At all. No More Parties went platinum, I'm pretty sure. You know, it was decent to the mainstream. But what about her other hits, if you could even call them that? Schwinn and Them, Big Purr with Pooh Shiesty. Wow, I hated that song. That song should be used as a military war crime torture method. Blick Blick, terrible song. You know, these are my opinions. Don't kill me. I'm aware that a lot of girls really like Leray, but it just doesn't transpire in the numbers well enough, you know? Like, when you've got people like Lucky, who, yes, at this point is mainstream, but he's been grinding for years and really didn't see too much success until the last like 3 or 4 years. Lucky is doing way better than Leray numbers wise. I'd say that's an issue because Leray has like a lot of machine and backing behind her. And don't bring up the fact that she's a female between the two of them because goddamn, that shit does not matter. It does matter in a different sense, and I'll get more into that later, but nothing from Leray lasts like at all. She's a trendy artist. Like, I don't really think that anybody takes her music seriously. And I'm not even being a hater at that point. I'm just being real because like none of your squad is getting in the whip on the way to wherever y'all are finna go turning up and saying, oh, cut on some Leray. They're gonna look at you and laugh. Now, albeit, it's not just because she's a female artist. I think we're really starting to bridge that gap with some of these female artists that have been coming out recently. Not a lot of them, but some of them. You got BK the Ruler, Hook, Clip, like it's some really good female artists out here, bro, that actually, you know, when they're making music, you can tell that they actually enjoy making music and they're really putting effort into it. Not this mainstream, stupid, soulless bullshit. You know, I could honestly make a whole video about the real problem with female rappers, which I actually think I'm gonna do at some point soon. But my main issue with Coi Leray is this bitch does nothing but shake ass, make terrible, and not a lot of ass, by the way, shake ass, make terrible music, and get into many arguments whenever people don't take her seriously. And then she comes out with shit like this and wonders why. Look, man, I'm not trying to kick someone when they're down. All I'm saying, and she's not down, you know, she's got more money than me, so obviously she's doing something right. But, you know, every time I look at like a clip of her performing music, like at a festival or like anywhere, I see the crowd and they're not moving. Like, there's clips of this that went viral of her like performing and the crowd is just staring at her, like pretty much waiting on her to finish up. And, you know, I think that says all I need to know about Coi Leray as an artist. Time and time again, female rappers have proved they do not need to be sexualized in order to gain a cult fan base, or at least a fan base in general. Like, you've got BK Tarulu, who literally never really does all that sexualization to herself, and yet she still has a great fan base. Like, when you got somebody like Coi Leray who's nowhere near as talented and does all the sexualization stuff, it just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't fucking make sense, bro. My thing about Coi Leray though is that like, she has good songs like I said earlier, but no real longevity. Now, I may be a hypocrite right here because I did say that longevity doesn't matter too much, but here it definitely does, because she just doesn't make that great of music. Like, you really think people are gonna be bumping Coi Leray 5 years from now? Really, be honest. We will just have to see, but I personally would say no. She really just has for the moment songs. I say that because all of those hits I spoke about earlier aren't in rotation anymore. Like, when I brought up Big Purr, did you go like, what? Bro's tripping, I love that song still? Or did you go like, damn, I forgot that song even existed? I mean, like, let's really be honest here. Her skill level is just not there. It's really not, because I know y'all remember the My Brother Love Me incident on XXL. She literally embarrassed herself. Hell, she started dancing because she herself knew that her freestyle was actual dog shit. I feel like at this point, the only people who listen to Coi Leray are actual teenagers or children. The kinds of kids who would set up a camera and do viral dances on TikTok, that's who's listening to Coi Leray at this point. Now, I listened to the Coi album she dropped, and I want to bring up something that a lot of people don't talk about enough when it comes to music. Basically, the main reason I'm even making this video, right? Literally almost every single song is like sampled, and I just feel like they tried so hard to have a hit song on this project that almost none of the songs are hits. Does that make sense? Like, they're trying to make her this pop artist because at first she was more known for being a rapper, and most of these songs are very mainstream pop-like. Unfortunately, it's dirt, and it shows in the numbers. Now, I don't know why I have to specify this, but a lot of y'all are dumb as hell, so I will. I'm not hating on Coi Leray just because she's a female artist at all. There's a lot of female artists that I really love listening to, like at least on a daily basis. I'm hating because she's garbage. But I don't know, I feel like, I just think Coi Leray needs to stop being a fake artist. And when I say that, I mean that like, she just doesn't really put much effort into her as an artist, if it makes sense. Like, put some soul into the music, because it just feels like she's making NPC robot music for a bag. I hope she succeeds though. She has the confidence. It just needs to transpire into her awful music later.
Please keep it quiet,